What's up everyone, it's your boy NS Racing 42 aka Nathan Stapleton here, and welcome everyone to Charlotte Motor Speedway for race number 7 on the season and for the Clover 200. With just 4 races left, we go to our last mile and a half track before the chase begins. We have 4 races left before the chase, like I said, and the last 4 races are all different tracks, all totally different tracks. Charlotte, Pensacola, which is a 3-mile super speedway. North America, a 4-mile road course, and the Bristol, a half-mile short track. So all 4 different track types in these last 4 races. Really going to show us who's the best drivers and who really deserves a shot at the championship in the last 7 races on the season. Brett Stewart is on the pole. That is his first pole on the season and his first real pole on this channel and the NIRA as a whole. Earlier tonight we had the qualifying heat race, and the 6 trucks that made it leave the qualifying heat race and into the Clover 200 for the number 0 of Quentin Moore, the number 46 about Bonsignor, the 57 of Owen Mites, the 17 of Trey Smith, the 68 of Bradley Green, which being of Bradley Green, him and Johnny Garner were tied before Stelson 4 out of the 6 starts, 4 starts in the first 6 races. Now Bradley Green has that lead with his 5th start in 7 races this season, and that number 68, and then Tyler Fink in the number 9. Those were the 6 trucks that made it through with the qualifying heat race earlier tonight. Now here is what the points look like here after race 6 of the season. Christian Russell has a 22-point gap over Eli Bright and Brett Stewart. Because Brett Stewart topped the pole, he is now 22 points back instead of 23. 4th in points is Roger Hampton. 5th in points is Raj Billy Tupin, 25 points back. 6th is Ben Watson, 29 points back. Cody Smollett is in 7th, 37 points back. And then Zach Louis, Deletto, and Dale Campbell are tied for that 8th place spot with 39 points, and then Zach Winkle is in 10th, 40 points back. So as of now, it would be Christian Russell, Wiley Spurley 2, Taylor Campbell, Evan Hunter, Madison Tall, and then Eli Bright, Brett Stewart, and Roger Hampton would be the 8 playoff drivers as of now. But we still have 4 races left, 4 wild card races that we could possibly see a surprise winner, or who knows, we could see a repeat winner in one of these next 4 races. We have not seen that happen yet. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get these truckers fired for race number 7 on the season and for the Clover 200 from Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Drivers, start your engine!
And all 36 trucks will get fired up here tonight for race number 7 on the season and for the Clover 200. Like I said, Brett Stewart starts on the pole. Jake Emerson is in 2nd. Dale Campbell 3rd. Zachary Gallardo with a new sponsor this week is in 4th. Zach Winkle in 5th. Christian Russell, the point leader, in 6th. The first part-timer, Alex Bonsignor, in 7th. And 8th is Henry Williams. And then in 9th is Quentin Moore, and 10th is DJ Reed. So, like I said, It's going to be a great race here tonight. 2 and 3 wide action. Who knows, we might see some cautions. 40 laps here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway. 1 pit stop, and this is a fairly narrow track. You can barely go through right here at Charlotte, so it's going to be interesting of what will happen. Brett Sealer and Jake Emerson will lead us to the green. And race number 7 on the season, the Clover 200 is green from Charlotte. Brett Sealer will lead lap number 1 in the Clover 200. Dale Cameron second, Zach Winkleman third. And we do have a little bit of through line throughout this pack, but it's in the back of the field. Normally at this version of Charlotte we don't get too many cautions, so track position might be important. Brett Sealer out front, but he's gonna maybe not stay out front for much longer, as Kansas runner Dale Campbell goes to the race lead. From out from Zach Winkle in the number 97. Never mind, because now Winkle from out from Boston and Quentin Moore is going to get his self up to the race lead. But never mind, because now Boston are going to go for the race lead. It's just going to be kind of like pack racing until these tires fall off. But we saw towards the end of the qualifying heat race earlier tonight, once it got to about 10 laps in, the tires were falling off and they started to get single file and spread out. Nathan Stapleton making it to the line for 5th place. It's a little bit easier to go through last year with trucks, but it's still not what you want to do necessarily. 2 part-time trucks that made it into the show, bound for the race lead now. Since Moore who won his qualifying heat race, and then Alex Bonsignor, he got 3rd. Actually, no, he got 2nd, so the top 2 will run 2, but not anymore. Now here's the thing. Wouldn't this be something if 2 races in a row, part-time truck steals wins from people? That would be something. Christian Russell making it 3 wide for 3rd back there, as Zachary Guerrero in the 02 trying to chase down the 0 of Quentin Moore. And these 2 are actually pulling away from 3rd on back. KPM teammates going to work together with Bonsignor and Faden, but Russell is not going to let that happen. Or maybe he will. Faden's got a good one on the top side. KPM has not had that good of a season up to this point. But who knows, they can get some of the trucks in good position of making it into the chase with 4 races left. Bonsignor is going to take 2nd, and now the 1-2 from the qualifying heat race are once again 1-2. But these tires are starting to fall off about 8 laps in. In fact, 8 laps in now, and you can tell that the outside with more trucks, the outside is a lot better than 16 in the qualifying heat race. But right now it's all Quentin Moore in the number 0. Out front, Alex Bonsignor is still trying to take 2nd away from Zachary Guerrero. And he does. 2 and 3 laps 3 wide contact between these guys. Zachary Dillow's teammate, Marcus Bully, and Roger Hampton made contact, and they are getting awfully close back here. 3 wide in the middle, but we have not flashed yet. Alex Bonsinger trying to go for the race lead and get by more in the number 0. And now DeLillo and Winkle back up front. And speaking of another part-time truck, here comes the number 9 of Tyler Fink up front now. 3 part-time trucks inside the top 5. A 4th of the way through. The Clover 2 on the heel at Charlotte. Christian Russell once again gonna make it 3 wide to 3rd, as we have 3 wide in multiple places. Zach Winkle now in the 97, trying to take the race lead away from Bonsignor. And here comes all club winner Christian Russell. He is the point leader. Very consistent, got that win at all club. Can he get his 2nd win on the season? Zach Winkle in the 97 still out front, and here comes the Ford invasion. Ford's out of nowhere. Shane Winslow, Cody Smollett, Christian Russell, and Zach Winkle. The Fords have came out of nowhere, and there's 4 of them inside the top 6 or 7. Ben Watson, he's had a pretty consistent season up to this point. Just needs a couple more good ones, and he will be like back into the championship, but right into the playoff contention. And who knows, he could win here tonight. But these cars 14 laps in, it's starting to transition into more of a driver's race, and the outside lane being better than the inside lane. Christian Russell was going to peek out to go for the race lead, but Bonsignor peeked out to go for 2nd before Russell could make that move for the race lead. And now Watson trying to help Bonsignor to get by Christian Russell. Zach Winkle, he was the point leader early on in the season. Been slacking off a couple of races recently, but he's looking awfully strong right now here at Charlotte. A couple drivers that are not having a good night here at Charlotte are Matt Tall, Luke Green, Evan Hunter, Bradley Ream, Eli Bright, Roger Hampton, Dale Campbell and Brett Steele. I've fallen back to about mid-pat now, and that's just the nature of it here at Charlotte. But now Bonsignor and Watson trying to catch up to the 97 of Zach Winkle. Bonsignor did just that. Now going to try to take the race lead away from the 97 of Zach Winkle. And where does Shane Winslow come from? He's going to make it a daring move. 3 wide for 2nd, and his teammate Cody Smollett is going to follow him. What a move from the Thor Sport teammates. And now Quinton Moore with a massive one back up front. Thor Sport, we haven't really seen too much from Thor Sport yet this season. But now they are now 2 trucks only in the inside lane. color smoke's been pretty consistent this season, but the rest of them have been decent at best. Now it is the Wolves 4-1-2, but once again, Boston was trying to take second away, and now we have 3 part-time floods in a row on this inside lane. Halfway through, the Clover 200 and tires are falling off. Big time, 4 tenths off, 3 to 5 tenths off pace now. Here at Charlotte. Shane Winslow is flying out right now in that number 98 for Thor Sport. Contact between Satwinkle and Zachary Dorello, but they keep it straight. About 5 to 6 laps away from pit stops for the one set of them here tonight. Quentin Moore is going to take second away from Alex Bonsignor in the number 46. And that Bonsignor, Russell, and Brett Sierra running their way back up to the field and inside of the top 10. So here comes Tyler Fink in the number 9 truck. Tell you what, these part-time trucks the last 2 or 3 races have been really, really strong. Especially the ones that make it through. And that's the case once again here tonight. Between Bonsignor, Fink, and Quentin Moore. Lap 24 of 40. Tires definitely falling off now. And you can just tell that it went from these guys going in the patch, now it's being more of a driver's scrap and a driver's race as the one gets longer. Tyler Fink went up the racetrack and tried to use the outside lane to get a momentum, but it's not going to work out for him, and he's probably going to lose second place and maybe even third on Quentin Moore. Or maybe not, still side by side for the second place. And that's going to allow Shane Winslow to gain on this gap once again. This here comes Christian Russell once again, going to go for this race. He's inside the top 5. And just like in the Rebel Cup Series in Season 2, if you are the regular season champion after race 10, you get 15 playoff points for the round of 8. And that could mean a big difference, especially if you have not so good races in the round of 8. So that's what he's going for right now as well. Probably going to see pit stops at any moment now here at Charlotte on lap 27, coming up to lap 28. Getting close to crunch time here at Charlotte, and it will be crunch time after pit stops. Quentin Moore once again going for the race lead in this number 0. He already has the leader in wins on this channel with 5. Gonna get his 6th win, his 6th career win on this channel here tonight. We just have to wait and see in 12 laps time. And once again, part-time trucks are 1-2. Here comes Benny Watson trying to get the 3 trucks to third. And I think we're going to see pit stops here. And we will. Tyler Fink going on to pit road. Boston onto pit road. And that held up a lot of the field. Juan Garcia into the glass, and that bunched up a lot of the field, as you can tell. Now we are 3x3x3. Juan Garcia, I don't know what he's doing. But only 2 trucks pitted and 2 part-time trucks as well. On lap number 30, I would expect a lot more people to pit. And they will. Sherman Sloth, Quinton Moore, Coley Smollett, Henry Williams, Zach Guido, Brett Sealer, Molly Spilly, Hampton, Winkle, White, Emerson, Rainey, Williams, Baird, Weem, Collins, Hagan, and Collin all on pit road, and then I think everyone else will pit this time by with 10 laps to go. Watson, Russell, Hamill, Williamson, Faden, Troy Smith, and everyone else. This is the money stop. Of course, all of these stops are in the truck series, since it's only a one-stop race. Have to be careful here when they merge back onto traffic, though. Or onto the track. Juan Garcia was the only one that stayed out. He got a extra bonus point in the championship. He's at a terrible season after winning the season #1 championship. And Benny Watson got one heck of a pit stop. He's going to be the race leader in front of Quinton Moore, Tyler Fink, Alex Bonsignor, Chris Russell, Shane Winslow, Coley Smollett, and Henry Williams, and the rest of the field. And yeah, that strategy did not work out for Juan Garcia. He's not going to get the race lead away. Or he's not going to get the race lead. And who knows, Ben Watson, he's been hot this season, fairly consistent, trying to get the win here at Charlotte, but he's going to have to hold off 3 strong part-time trucks, the 3 strongest part-time trucks all night long, Moore, Fink, and Bonsignor. Seven laps to go. Pretty much some of the strongest trucks all night long are all inside the top 8. The only one I'm kind of surprised about is Henry Williams in the 45, but he got a good pit stop. Six laps to go at Charlotte. Can Benny Watson win here at Charlotte, or will it be one of these other 8? And looks like Push Russell might not be as good when the field spread out like this. But these 3 part-time trucks still racing really hard for second, and that's allowing Ben Watson to have about a 2 or 3 tenths of a second gap. When he got a bad pit stop, Keegan Thompson and many others also got bad pit stops. 5 laps to go. And these guys going single file now, trying to close in on Benny Watson, and they have. But Benny Watson blocks Bonsignor. These 2 work together a lot early on in this race, but I don't think they're going to work together now. They're going for a race win. Here comes Quinton Moore in the number 0. Can he get his 6th career win in the NIRA and on this channel? Tyler Fink trying to get his first. Bonsignor trying to get his first. Henry Williams trying to get his first. Coley Smart trying to get his first win in a series. He won Elijah's Halloween, Christmas Eve 300 or whatever, or Christmas 300 last year. So he's in IWOC, but he wants to get that first series win. But I don't know if anyone can get by this number 3 up in Watson. He's just bad fast right now. Coming to 2 laps to go, 3 miles left in the Clover 200 from Charlotte Motor Speedway. If Watson can hang on, this would be, I think, his 3rd or 4th win on the channel. Got a massive one on the outside lane and 1 and 2 that time. Here comes Tyler Fink trying to take 2nd away from Quinton Moore. But can Quinton Moore get a good one on the top side? That might have just sealed it, but who knows, crazier things have happened. White flag, final lap in the Clover 200 for Benny Watson. And that's going to do it with these guys going double file for about a lap and a half. More like a lap, that's going to do it. Benny Watson out of turn 3 and 4. Look at his first career M&M's Truck Series win. Benny Watson punches his ticket into the M&M's Truck Series playoffs in season number 2. And honestly, this should not be a surprise at all. He's been really consistent all season long. Top 10 in points most of the season. He was bound to either point his way in or get a win. And he had a strong truck all night. And he gets the job done in race number 7 on the season. And in the Clover 200. A caution-free race here at Charlotte, but a pretty good one at that. Benny Watson gets the job done. Tyler Fink in 2nd, Quinton Moore 3rd, and Alex Monsignor in 4th. The strongest 3 part-time trucks all night long. I thought they were going to gain up on Benny Watson, but they ended up down for 2nd with 2 laps to go, and that ruined their chances. Henry Williams with a great 1 and 5th. Shane Winslow in 6th. Christian Russell, another top 10 one. I think that's 3 top 10s in a row for that number 90, for the 92 truck. And he's going to definitely keep his point lead over Eli Bright and Brett Sierra. Cody Smart in 8th, Josh Williamson in 9th, and Dale Campbell in 10th. Daytona winner Wiley Spurley Tube in 11th, Noah Clifton 12th, Roger Hampton 13th, Eli Bright 14th, Nathan Fay in 15th, Brett Sierra at 16th, opposed to Nathan Bailey in 17th, Trey Smith 18th, Stephen Collin 19th, and DJ Reed in 20th. First through 35th, all finished on the lead lap, and PJ Williams, something happened to the 51 truck of PJ Williams. Let's go ahead and see of what happened to the 51 truck of PJ Williams. Here we go, this is what happened to PJ Williams and number 51. They were going on to pit road to make the pit stop, and PJ Williams just auto-braked into the 52 of Luke Lane. A ton of hood damage, and that ended up ending his night. Once again, nothing that he could have done. PJ Williams and KBM as a whole has had such a crappy season here in season 2 of the M&M's Truck Series. And there you have it. That's what happened to PJ Williams in the number 51. It's a terrible season for that 51 truck. You ain't ready for me! Only for that good fight. A little bit of love, a little bit of grief, a little bit of pain and misery, a little bit of strife in life, and I survive. My back is getting pushed up against the wall. I'm never giving up, I give my all. I'm never looking back, attack. It's in the past. Thank you guys so much for watching. Next time out, it will be the Vegas Power
Not looking for sympathy. What doesn't kill me makes me who I am. A soldier fights till he's free. You ain't ready for me. You ain't ready. You ain't ready. You ain't ready. You ain't ready for me. A little bit of hope, a little bit of hurt, a little bit of get what you deserve. Driving through the mud and blood, I've had enough. Am I getting through? Time to come alive. Do you wanna live before you die? Hold on to your truth till you'll never lose.
Thank you guys so much for watching here at
You ain't ready for me. Give me your best shot, the stronger I stand. Not looking for sympathy.